What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Today we have a special comments video. I'm featuring Fight the Flat Earth. He's been on the channel before. His link is going to be down in the description as well in the cards. Definitely go subscribe to this guy. He's got great content out there and he's churning stuff out pretty regularly. So go over there, subscribe right now, and then come back to watch the comments. Because today we're going over some Flurfer comments. Fight the Flat Earth is going to be presenting some of his comments and I've got some of my comments, and so we're just gonna have a really good time today. So I hope that you heathens will stay tuned for that. All right, so welcome, Fight the Flat Earth. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for having me on again.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I love your content. I love watching your stuff. It's very concise, to the point, and it really educates people on like the bullshittery that the flat earthers putting out there. So I highly suggest anybody going and checking you out. Now, you are wearing a special shirt today. You want to tell people about that shirt?
Yep, I'm wearing a shirt to advertise International Ballers Day. Red Rhetoric decided that as people are harassing fans of space travel in the street, that as many people as possible should wear some kind of NASA or space flight related gear and basically challenge any flirts to come and harass them because they know what they're on about. So December 31st going into January 1st, everyone should wear their NASA gear or anything they've got relating to space flight and dare the flirts to come and have a go at them.
Yeah, I believe, actually, hold on one second. I'm a baller.
Baller.
This is, I don't have a NASA shirt, but I do have a NASA hat. So, you know, December 31st, I'm definitely going to be wearing this out, which I don't know. Even though we're in Alabama, I don't think that we're actually going to have, like, I would actually have a lot of people that are flat earthers around here. I mean, I would really be surprised, which is kind of odd considering we're the hillbilly state, right next to Mississippi and Georgia, of course.
Well, I'm going to get my wife to take me up and down the streets of Glasgow and hope that I bump into Dell.
Yeah. All right, so let's get on into the comments, and to this first comment that we've already got up on the screen is yours. So do you want me to read it in my special way, or do you want to read it?
Yeah, I would love for you to read it in your special voice.
Okay, here we go. Fight the fumes, listen, stupid, retarded, dumbass, no chance to detect any movement of your reification fallacy of never proven or wobbly potato. You should listen to your priests and learn something about the real world you live in. Reset your zombie stuck idiotic zero level fused brain and remodel the reality. You are too stupid at present state.
Well, they told me.
I know, right? Damn. What exactly is the reification fallacy? What is that?
It's not one that I've heard of, that's for sure.
Is it like you smoke like is it like a reefer joke or something? I don't know. They spelled reefer wrong if that was it.
They spelled quite a lot wrong. Yeah, when flat earths seem to comment, it's either a direct insult or just a bunch of nonsense that means very, very little. Oh,
no, yeah, definitely. I mean, everything, like, I know when we talked about this, I said, try to get something of substance in like one or two of these. And it's like, God damn, there is just nothing of substance here. It's like, it's a struggle to find, you know, things that you can actually like educate people on whenever, because like a lot of mine's just like, hey, you're a fat ass, or stop eating them Twinkies. And I mean, it's just like a whole bunch of that kind of shit.
Yeah, a lot of mine are saying that I'm bald, fat, and I look like Penfold.
But I like how so he spells almost everything out. Like for the majority, he spells everything correct. I mean, he's got some yours in there that should be a different your, and then he's got that 1 2 that should be the TOO. But he spells like proven R wobbling potato. Like he was like, nope, I'm just gonna write this one. It's just one letter, R.
He put a lot of effort into everything else, but just couldn't be bothered with that one.
No, I know. I mean, negating like 2 letters definitely saved time on this particular comment.
The amount of time it must have taken to think up that comment. Obviously, you needed to save those valuable seconds.
Yeah. Did you happen to try to go to any of these YouTube links?
No, I very rarely click on a link that a Flurf leaves in my comments.
Yeah, I mean, I've clicked on a couple, and it's literally just taken me to a shit video. Either it's a robotic voice, which is really funny, by the way, because they call us like bots. Like, you know, we're all NPCs and bots in the comments. And, you know, they call us that, but then they have these videos where it's just a robotic voice reading off of like a text-to-speech script. And it's just like, wait, now who's the robot?
Yeah, they don't put any effort into what they do, but they still want everyone to look at it like they're the ones that are in the right and have all the proof and all the facts, yet all they can do is get some Google speech thing to do the video for them.
Now, can you enlighten me a little bit? What is zero-level fused brain? Like, what is a zero-level fused brain? Because I feel like that's some kind of cybernetic thing. And I mean, if you are a cyborg, tell Skynet that I'm on board with them.
Well, I've already said that I bow down to my robot overlords in advance. You know, whenever I use anything that's AI, I always say please and thank you to Google. So just in case. But I wonder about the level fused brain, because do they mean level or flat?
Yeah, I don't know. Zero level, I'm guessing like it's a level like in a video game. So like you've got a 0 level on brain power.
So I can't get past the first level.
I guess not.
As well as being a zombie stuck idiot. So I'm a zombie cyborg. Is that what they're saying?
I think so. Zombie cyborg, that sounds like an awesome like cult, you know, movie, like a cult fan fiction kind of movie. Yeah. Like a zombie cyborg from space.
Zombie cyborg starring Godless engineer.
Any final thoughts on this idiot?
No, that he is an idiot. That is the thought.
All right, let's change gears and let's go to one of mine, because you know how special mine are. I don't know. I'm assuming that Parliament plays a role in the laws that you got to follow because you're across the pond. Law of motion. So it's a law now? When did that get passed through Parliament? So,
oh, goodness.
I mean, these people don't understand what a scientific, what a law is in science. No. And I mean, laws are just mathematical descriptions of things in science. Like the law of gravity has a mathematical description. And it amazes me that they're doing this whole equivocation thing on it, where it's like, oh, the law, when did that get passed through Parliament? It's like, it's not that kind of law, dipshit.
How are you even going to have to raise the paperwork to kind of get that motion through Parliament? Excuse me, can you pass this equation for me, please?
Can we please apply this everywhere right now? The Illuminati's really on my ass about it. Now, kind of curious, which motion, like which law of motion did they use to pass this particular law? Like, was it the first law of motion, or the second law of motion, or the third? I mean, there's multiple laws of motion. I mean, could there be subsections to this particular law?
I mean, once the laws start being passed, does it then keep going unless there's an equal force that stops it?
I don't know. There might be. Maybe this guy is just like reading deeper into it than we ever thought we could.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Did you have something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, this comment's pretty pointless. I don't know if like they're serious or if it's a troll comment or something, but either way, you're lucky to make it into this dumbass comment video. All right, let's get to one of Fight the Flat Earth's comments. His next one. Oh, Godless engineer's penis is so huge that it can be observed going over the horizon by himself.
I literally found this comment when going through my comment section for this video, and it was in a video that had nothing to do with you, didn't mention you or anything, just completely random there. I thought I had to show it to you. I don't know how he's got this information. How did that get out?
I don't know. Honey, how do people know I have a big penis? She don't know.
You don't know.
You're fine. I'm just playing up. So for anybody that doesn't know the story behind this, after my debate with the Southern Israelite, Red's Rhetoric had a stream. And luckily enough, so did Southern Israelite. And so at one point, everybody was like, hey, Southern Israelite's doing one too. And so Red's like, should I do this? Yeah, we're going to do it. And so like we raided his chat by copying and pasting several times in there that Southern Israelite is bitch made. Then it got turned into Godless Engineer has a huge penis.
Now I understand.
Yeah. And so now, like, that's a running joke is that GE has a huge penis. So anytime anybody mentions that, it's from that, because I don't know if it's just because I did really good in it or it was just something that we could rub in his face.
Next time I see SI online, I'm just going to go and post that over and over.
That would be hilarious.
Although his channel's striked at the moment, he can't stream for 3 months.
Oh, yeah? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he got porn bombed, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he complained, and because he complained, they noticed something else that he did outside the terms and conditions, so then they struck his channel completely, so he's having to stream on his secondary channel.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
He changed his banner. His banner picture actually says that, my opponents have managed to get another strike on me, trying to keep me down and everything. He's convinced that Red and Co. are the cause of his downfall and have ruined his financial stability. But when I went on Social Blade and checked his stats, it said that he makes about £7 a month.
Yeah, during the debate, he was like, I'm just getting more popular every time you guys do this to me. And I'm like, dude, I just checked your Social Blade. It says you gained -2 subscribers yesterday.
He's so popular.
Yeah, I know, right? But I don't understand the whole flexibility, like his financial status or whatever being affected by this. Like, I don't, unless it got him fired from his job, I guess. But like during the debate, he threatened to like drive down and like physically fight us over like flat Earth.
I saw that. He said, if you want to take it out into the car park or something.
Oh, yeah. You know what the scary thing is I live not that far away from him. Like, he's in, like, Middle Tennessee, I think. I'm in North Alabama. That's, like, literally maybe a couple hundred miles. A couple hundred miles away from me. So, I'm just like, I really hope he doesn't realize where I live.
He'd arranged to meet Red's Rhetoric at a rocket launch, but the time he'd arranged was actually 2 hours after the rocket launch would have finished. And apparently he'd said that he'd bought a plane ticket to go down and everything. And Reds was like, well, that's great, but I'm going to be gone because the rocket launch will be finished 2 hours before that. So, well,
I mean, that's pretty much his MO though, because, it's always, this is what I'll do, or this is what will convince me. And then when you're like, oh, okay, well, come on down, here's a place. Oh, okay, well, and then he'll push it out of the realm of of the ability of it to happen. Like he did that in the debate that we had, because, it's like, well, a pole-to-pole flight on the same contiguous, what is it? Is it latitude that runs north and south?
I'm going to say yes.
I think it's latitude, because I'm fairly certain longitude runs east to west. Either way, insert correct one here. But he wanted it to run like that, and then he backed like when I brought up the several different flights that actually did that, he was like, well, no, there's problems here, there's problems there, there's problems there. So it doesn't surprise me that it was like, all right, I'll come down and meet you, but it's going to be 2 hours after the rocket, okay? So you're going to have to wait around for my ass. I wouldn't wait around for his ass.
No.
I mean, sure, it might be funny to lay his ass out, but I mean, there's nothing to gain from that other than maybe like a broken hand or something. I don't know.
And a good video.
You're a true moron thinking that Think is on Mars.
Oh, you didn't think that Think is on Mars, did you?
No, apparently I did.
Oh, there was a mistake.
I know. That was the first thing. I mean, I did not know I should not think those things on Mars. Maybe I should only think those things in cars. Or what about thinking those things on trains? I feel like Dr. Seuss, but I'm a worse Dr. Seuss because I can't rhyme shit.
I wonder how long after we get to Mars there's going to appear a flat Mars society.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Probably. I mean, I would say that it'd probably take like a couple hundred years, because you would have to leave enough room for people to forget that, like, Earth is out there and we didn't actually exist on Mars.
It was a myth that our ancestors came here on ships.
Those brave pilgrims.
It's just stories. No one can prove it ever happened.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally see like a future Alex Jones rising up on Mars and being like, Mars is flat.
Eric Dubay's great grandson.
This was on my debunking of Jeranism on the whole Insight lander, and basically to sum it up for those of you that don't want to go and watch it, but I highly suggest that you do because it's a really good stream in my opinion. But basically, he thinks that there's some giant supercomputer that is feeding information to JPL engineers and scientists, and is like that's what's giving us all the information from Mars, giving us pictures and everything like that. He also thinks that Mars is actually staged on Devon Island. And the way that he does that is that he used Google Maps, or not Google Maps, but Google Earth to zoom in on Devon Island and find like NASA vehicles and a rover and everything there. And he's like, oh, see, it's all filmed on Devon Island. But like what I guess he didn't do research into is that there was actually a project out there called Hot and Mars Project that actually does a bunch of research for like equipment and everything like that to help us like prepare for exploring space as well as Mars. So he's got this weird idea that there's nothing out there and it's all just a computer simulation. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about that whole mass of crazy?
The amount of crazy that Jeranism piles on astounds me. He just comes up with more and more things to explain the problems with what he presents. The whole atmospheric dome thing is still blowing my mind. He has to come up with these things to explain the reasons why he's saying what happens. You can present Jeranism with as much proof as you want, and he can even prove it to himself, as you showed in your video about the Behind the Curve documentary.
Yeah,
he can prove it to himself that the Earth is flat, but he can still come up with this amount of crazy to try and prove that it isn't. I don't understand. I really don't understand how he cannot say that how he can still say that the Earth is flat after the amount of times that he's had it proved to himself and that he has proved it himself. The amount of crazy is just insane.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand either. But for those that don't know, can you explain like what the atmospheric dome theory that Jeranism has?
He seems to think that atmosphere is as thick as glass, so that wherever anyone's looking, they've got a dome of refraction around them that makes everything look like it's curved. But the main problem with that is that if it was thicker going up, then it would kind of make things go out rather than in. It's crazy how he can, atmospheric dome, everyone's got their own personal atmospheric dome, so they see the sun in their own perspective. It's basically rendered to them individually. It doesn't
Yeah, but I'm kind of curious because like that would mean that people that are fairly close to each other would see the sun differently in the sky, and like that's not like over vast distances, of course the sun's going to look different like as far as where it is in the sky, but like if you just go like from one side of my state to the other side of my state, I mean, we're still in the same time zone, and so the sun's going to appear to be at the same position in the sky. But under the atmospheric dome kind of principle, you should see them differently, I would think, but I don't know.
Problems when everyone's domes are interacting, surely.
Yeah, like, do you think that like people crash into other people's domes and it like cracks and then it's like, oh shucks, I cracked my dome, I gotta go get it fixed.
Oh,
like,
I have to create some kind of dome insurance.
I know, dome insurance, dome repair. I mean, this is a booming fucking industry.
Wait, have we just come up with the reason behind Jeranism's nonsense is just to create a whole industry behind dome repairs?
I think so. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, to be quite honest. Well, Fight the Flat Earth, I'm really glad that you were able to join me today for this comments video. And it was kind of a long one, but it was really fun. And I really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks very much for having me. It's been great fun.
Yeah. So everybody right now, pause or whatever, go subscribe to Fight the Flat Earth if you're not already subscribed. He's got a great channel. Don't forget, December 31st, Ballers Day, so be sure to wear any NASA gear that you might have. I know this is coming out pretty close to that day, so I hope that you have some NASA gear, but if you don't, run to Walmart or something, I don't know.
Or just get a white t-shirt and paint the NASA logo. Yeah,
exactly. Just, all you gotta do is just a blue ball and then just do the red streaks and people will know.
Yeah, there we go. Done.
So yes, thank you again, heathens, for joining us today. I hope that you will go down below, leave us a comment with what you think about these comments. Be sure to pick your dumbass of the week this week. While you're down there, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Don't forget, stand up and use your voice, and I will see you heathens later.